Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Thursday, April 10th, 2025. I promise this will be the right video. Sorry about yesterday. I had jury duty and I was rushing to get out the door. And, well, I posted the wrong video, so sorry to put you through that. I did get the right video updated much later in the day. So let's get going with what are the spot prices. What a crazy day yesterday. If your head isn't spinning, then I don't know why. We've got gold up $42 to 3,124. Silver down 14 cents to 30.86 in the spot market and 30.91 in the futures market. Futures apparently up 0.49, spot down. We have got the GSR poking its head over 100 today, which again makes silver the better buy, in my opinion. And we have the 10-year at 4.326, down just a hair, but having bounced off 450. That's where the 10-year bond was a screaming buy. And now at 432, and it could get down into the low 420s, I think, due to recession fears. Okay, nothing has suspended the recession. I think it is still coming. The dollar down quite a bit, down 1.1% to 101.77, as looks like foreigners are removing their money from both the bond market and the US dollar, maybe the stock market. This is really volatile times. All right, we've got copper poking its head up again, 4.36. That's up 17 cents in the futures market, and that'll be good for silver. Higher gold price will be good for silver. Hopefully we get commodities rolling again with the 90-day suspension of the high tariffs. And we'll have to see what happens with China. All-out economic warfare with China. Basically, it's a trade embargo at this point. Okay, and it is Thursday in the economic calendar. We have initial jobless claims at 8:30 Eastern, and that will be in about 6 minutes. I'll try to catch that for you guys. Also, consumer price index, core CPI, and every Fed head speaker you can imagine trying to explain why they're probably going to do nothing. All right, in the pre-market, well, after yesterday's rally, wow, what a rally. That was like incredible. It worked out well for me, but I'm sure a lot of people were thrilled to see the market go back up, having lost a bundle over the last month. Fear Greed Index went to 16, from 3 to 16, still in the extreme fear category. And the Dow giving back, well, what is that, about a quarter of what it gained yesterday, down 570 on the Dow, down 100 on the S&P, and down 439 on the NASDAQ. Bitcoin probably had a very good day yesterday, and let's see if I can grab it again. Why do I always miss Bitcoin? Hold on one second. Where are you? Digital nothing. Come on. I can't find you. I don't know. It's here some days and it's not here other days. Hold on one second. Let's just grab the Bitcoin chart. And there it is, 81,642 after being up, I don't know, 4 or 5,000 yesterday. So Bitcoin trying to regain its bullish trend, as is the stock market here. All right, before we get on to the deals, what is the question of the day? It's very easy today. There is pessimism growing in the silver market, as you might see on YouTube, whereas gold just cannot seem to get much below 3,000. And people giving up, I hear people are giving up on silver and turning to gold. So it's of course, you know my thoughts on that. But the question for you is simple, A or B, silver or gold? If you had to buy one today, what would you buy? All right, guys, that's your question. Let's get back onto the deals. And here we are on the website, bestsilvergolddeals.com. Welcome, new subscribers. And everything here is totally free, and the website is totally free as well. You can follow along on the website if you want to, as I do these YouTube videos. And hey, if you want to send me some mail, thank you to people sending me lovely gifts. I really appreciate it. You can mail that to Louis, BSGD, 9187 Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Suite 6-531, San Diego, California. All right, it's right in my website there. Thank you very much. All right, let's get on today. And don't forget about the chat room if you want to see what the smart people there are doing. Don't forget to file your tax return. Okay, guys, only a few days left, and you don't want to be that guy that never filed. It's going to cause you so many problems down the road, and even if you had low income, you'll probably get money back. So file your return. 1 gram random gold. Okay, that can be had today as gold spikes again for $110 on BGASC. We can have a 1/10 gold eagle is 338 at Summit Metals. We've got a 1/10 maple at Summit Metals, 346. We have got a 5 gram bar, and if you do the math, you'll see it's a pretty good deal at 530. Monument Metals 5 gram bar in assay. All right, and moving on, 1/4 ounce gold eagle. You got to pay up for this, 838 at Summit Metals. We got a 1/4 ounce Krugerrand, ought to be cheaper, and it is $827 at Summit Metals. And a random $5 commemorative is $777 at Golden Eagle. Hope you get a pretty one if you buy that. Good alternative to the 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle. 1/2 ounce Gold Eagle is $1,621 at Summit Metals. And the 1/2 ounce maple is $1,643 at Summit Metals. We've got a 1/2 ounce gold Britannia at Monument Metals. All these are BU unless I say otherwise. $1,636 at Monument Metals. All right, and the 1/2 ounce Krugerrand, $1,629 at Summit Metals. 20 gram in assay is $2,059 at SD Bullion. Do the math there, see if you like that price. 1 ounce Gold Eagle, cheapest price I can find, $3,235 at Summit Metals. And a Walmart Gold Eagle is, if you're not fed up with Walmart and them trying to charge you sales tax every time you turn around, you can get a Gold Eagle for $3,255. Then use your PayPal card, check out through PayPal, you know I recommend that, and you'll be down at about $31.55 on a Gold Eagle. It's a good deal there. If they charge you sales tax, just click away. A Gold Buffalo, $3,235 at Summit Metals, and rumor on the street is that the U.S. Mint doesn't have any more. Very interesting. So what happens next? Okay, the Buffaloes go out of stock, the Gold Eagles go out of stock, and then what happens next? Silver Eagles, guys. Okay, that's really the story here, and I've been telling you for a few days now they're going to go in allocation mode. Why? Watch Son of a Silver Stacker's video about Doge taking a hatchet to the U.S. Mint, and it's just going to be fire and brimstone over there. And you think they're going to make a lot of coins? I don't. Would you, if you were about to get fired? I mean, they're talking about laying off large percentages of their staff. Okay, a 1 ounce gold maple can be had for $3,204 at Summit Metals. We've got a 1 ounce gold Britannia for $3,211 at Monument Metals. A St. Gaudens Double Eagle, almost brilliant uncirculated actually, $3,118 at SD Bullion. Did they raise the price on me on that one? I guess gold is rolling here this morning. A Krugerrand, often the cheapest of your foreign sovereign gold, is $3,163 at bullion exchanges. In my opinion, absolutely no difference between a Britannia, a maple, a Krugerrand. The only coin that's worth paying up for is the Gold Eagle, Gold Buffalo. And we got the CPI coming out. Now I'm going to click over here to the 10-year. Let's see, there's the 10-year. Okay, CPI and jobless claims coming out at once, and let's watch what the 10-year does. We were at 4.3 a minute ago, and where are we now? We are at 4.29. Here it comes, Rick Santelli, the man of the hour, and oh, they're going to make me wait. It's 5:31. Come on, give it to us, give it to us. 5, pushing back to 5.3 almost. I think the CPI is going to come in lighter than people expected. Everybody all, hedged up for high CPI, but that's tomorrow's story. I don't think that's today's story. Here we go. March Consumer Price Index, month over month, minus 0.1 versus an estimate of plus 0.1. CPI month over month, much lower than expected. Okay, let's see if we can get the year over year. Now look at that. The 10-year went up on that news. Oh man, I can't figure it here. 1 second. We're going to try to get the year over year. X food and energy lower than expected. Zero point 0.1 versus zero point 0.2 estimate. So X food and energy, is that core CPI? I think it might be. So did that move the 10-year? 10-year still moving higher. What's going on here? 4.31. March CPI. Yeah, let's see if we can get year over year here. If you don't mind hanging on for a second. Why is the 10-year spiking now? Oh, here we go. Year over year. 2.4 versus 2.6. Lower inflation. This will give the Fed cover to reduce short-term rates. Fear of recession should help us reduce short-term rates. The only thing hurting us right now, I think, is perhaps foreign countries liquidating some 10-year bonds. But nonetheless, that was all that was all lower than expected inflation. Maybe the job market is coming in hotter. We'll go back to that when it comes out if I can catch it. I think these rates are going to be much lower by the end of the day. At least that's the bet that I have made. Okay, let's keep going here, and we're going to do a 20 franc. A 20 franc this morning is 5.97 at Provident Metal. Boy, gold is expensive, ain't it? God. Okay, a 1 ounce gold in assay, 31.85 random gold at Monument Metals. And moving on to a Platinum Eagle, 1,125 at Monument Metals. Random platinum bullion is 1,030 at SD Bullion. Initial jobless claims, 223 versus 223. Well, that's not going to move the market. Right on the target, right on the estimate. Let's keep going here. Let's get on to Silver Eagles. That may be what you're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. 35.51 at Summit Metals. In a quantity of 20, cheaper at Pinehurst at 34.61. And if you want to go to Walmart, they're not that screaming of a deal this morning. 36, about 35 out the door with a good credit card in a tube of 20. Get them at Pinehurst, guys. Okay, let's keep going. I got something really tasty to show you. Let's see. Have you checked out the flowing hair gold? Yeah, fewer and fewer and fewer for sale these days. Still holding mine. Are you holding yours? Okay, and yeah, this is definitely. It's an interesting time. What can I say? Okay, BU Maples can be had for 33.37 at Hero. These look to be very, very backdate maples, but that's a decent price, and they are uncirculated. Hopefully you get some good ones if you pick that up. Now, in the kangaroo category, kangaroos 34.23 at Summit Metals. A Britannia can be had for 33.96 at Summit Metals. That's a random backdate, but check this out. And thank you to the subscriber that pointed this out. Look at this price on 2025 silver Britannias. And this is from Pinehurst. And 802 for a tube of 25. If you have that PayPal card, I recommend, and you check out through PayPal, you're going to score big on this one, guys. And this is why I do this, and this is why you guys watch this. You can pay $2 more, maybe more if you shop at AppMex. Here we've got 802. I'll slow down for you because you're going to want this one unless they charge you sales tax. Maybe even if they do, it might still be cheaper. But 802 divided by 25, it is a tube of 25, brand spanking new. Okay, that's 3208 times 0.97 with that PayPal card I recommend. Or you could also default to your American Express Clear Blue Cash through PayPal when you check out on Walmart. And look at that, 3111 on a brand spanking new tube of silver Britannias. Now, if you said gold in the answer to my question, you can't buy these, okay? But if you said silver, here you go. All right, I'd buy those in a friggin' heartbeat. Are you kidding me? You think silver's going back to 23? Are you absolutely kidding me? The market was in correction mode and we could barely get a 28 handle, settled in 29, immediately popped back over 30. Who's pessimistic about silver? I mean, silver is a commodity, okay, and it's also an investor metal. And it is the commodity side that has the greater influence over silver. But anyway, you know, yeah, the economy is stumbling here, but I'm not worried about silver, not in a heartbeat. I hope you're not selling yours. Okay, a Krugerrand can be had for 33.76 at Summit Metals. And the Libertad random year is now 38 at Summit Metals. Moving on to, I'm going to skip the Privy Eagles. Costco, nada enchilada. Costco out of the game for now. You try to figure out why. Okay, we've got junk in the trunk over at SD Bullion, 22.8 times face for beautiful half dollars. Notice how the dimes go out of stock first when things get kind of sketchy. Okay, we got dimes over at Mercury Dimes at 24 times face at Golden Eagle. If you want to know what melt is, where are we? 31? Where are we now? We are at 30.87, and the cheat calculator says 31.87 is going to be about 22.8 times face for junk to get it at melt, and I would if you could. If you can't, then I wouldn't pay more than $1 over for junk. The 20 round deal is no longer up at bullion exchanges. I'm still going to leave it there. You can get a quantity of 20 buffaloes over at Pinehurst, about $1 over spot. And the kilo is now 1,038 at Monument Metals. And we've got the kilo coin is 1,063. It's a Perth Mint coin. It's from SD Bullion. They've sold hundreds of these, and there is a story I want to tell you from a friend of mine that got one. He was not happy. It had a scratch capsule. It also had a scratched coin, or an imperfect coin in it. And it was this bunny coin to boot. Okay, it was the worst of all three worlds if you're buying this. Not everybody is getting that experience, but he did. He said, I want to send it back. SD Bullion said, we're going to charge you. We can't guarantee the quality of this, even though it's called BU. He said, I want to send it back. And they said, we're going to charge you $35. And he said, well, just replace it with a good quality one. And I know they have good quality ones because some of you are getting them and some of you are not. And they said, we can't guarantee good quality for you, so we will not replace it with a better quality coin in a non-scratched capsule. And he said, okay, I'll return it then and take the $35 hit. He mailed it to them, and when they got it, it was right after that big price drop in silver, and they smacked him something like a $2 per ounce surcharge on the coin he sent back. Because, here's the lesson of the story, they give you the price adjustment on a return when they receive the coin, not when you tell them you're shipping it. Okay, that is SD Bullion, and some people are calling it secondary bullion. I don't know, shop there if you want, but that's the story, and that is a true story. Let's keep moving. All right, and buy it if you want. Maybe you get a good one. I don't know, but you won't be sending it back if you get a bad one. All right, we got the Pocket Pinger over on eBay. Now, we're going to be on eBay here to try to get better deals and use those credit cards I recommend. I had to go have some of that Jimmy Dean sausage. Boy, I was treating myself today to Jimmy Dean after yesterday. What a gauntlet, man. Have you served on jury duty lately? I walked in there were 150 people. Okay, and of course we were in these little, very uncomfortable chairs for at least 4 hours. First they called like about 75 people. After a whole bunch of videos and stuff, they called, I don't know, more than half of the audience and put them on a trial that started tomorrow. And then we sat around for another hour, uncomfortable, boring. And then they called the next, 40 people for another trial that was about to start. And then, somehow, I don't know, I was in the last couple dozen people that was there, and I got to go home. Anyway, so it was not my favorite thing, but I was exhausted by the time I got out of that. Anyway, Jimmy Dean for breakfast. Okay, let's get going. The credit cards I like are the PayPal credit card, the American Express Clear Blue Cash. Links on my website. And that's how you get those good deals when you check out through PayPal. Let's do Silver Eagles. Silver Eagles this morning on eBay. We're going to try to get them cheap. Let's see if we can. And 708 BGASC. These are probably not BU. Let's see if they're circulated or not. Ungraded. Oh, God, they're going to make me dig for it. These coins, these coins come in uncirculated condition, which can include toning or contact marks. So they're generally going to be uncirculated. They're going to be about 35.50, about 34.50 a tube out the door with a 3% discount if you want to take a shot on BGASC. Maybe you get some nice back dates. I don't mind a little toning with a nice back date. And if you want to go to a better seller, bullion.com, just a couple dollars more. Those will probably be, I'm not sure what year those will be, but that'll be a better seller than BGASC for $2 more. Unless you're looking for back dates, and then I would do that one there. Okay, not too bad. How about a big old lot of Eagles? 35.14, about the same price. Low 34s, no, actually a little cheaper. Low 34s out the door, so that one right there through a good seller, bullion.com. And random year, what do they say? Do they condition these? Let's see, guaranteed, silver. Oh gosh. Oh, they're circulated. Look at that. They're listing theirs as circulated. Well, you can't buy that. That could mean anything. So the smaller deal was the better deal. How about some, oh, here's BGASC again, 35.30. Would somebody put BU in the title, please? Here's APMEX, 35.38, 34.38 out the door. And are these, yeah, BU. Okay, APMEX has got BU in the title. They are an authorized participant. What do they call those people that buy directly from the U.S. Mint? Anyway, those will likely be pretty nice. And 35.38, 34.38 out the door if you like that big old lot of Silver Eagles from APMEX. Go buy that on their website. It'll be $40. That's why we shop on eBay. Okay, let's do the rotation this morning. 25 Maples are 877. 25 Britannias are 846. 25 Kangaroos are 860. 25 Krugerrands are 862. So we'll go back to, was it the Britannias that were the 846? 846, Pinehurst coins, BU. Okay, 846 divided by, oh, let's go to the cheat sheet. 846, that's what we got it here. And 846 is going to be about 33.80 and then about 32.70 out the door. But that Walmart deal is going to be cheaper there if they don't charge a sales tax. Okay, can't beat that. Let's do junk in the trunk here on eBay, and we want $10 face, and I would buy as much as you can at these prices. We don't want the worn, damaged 24 times face, 23.25 out the door on eBay. How about a large lot of junky junk? Large lot of junky junk is get past the bad ones, and you are at 23.24, and that'd be about 22.5 times face for a big bag of dimes. If you want a bag of Mercs, I think I have a Merc listing here. Big old bag of Mercs is going for 24.5, 23.75 out the door. And, well, you know, that'll be over spot, quite a bit over spot there. But I wouldn't pay more than $1 over for any coin. All right, I'm going to skip the Carson Cities and the Peace Dollars. You know I like them. The cheapest kilo this morning is 10.57, 10.27 out the door if you have that PayPal credit card or the American Express credit card. The vintage bar of the day is Engelhard, Canada. Now, I would actually buy this if I were beefing up my vintage bar collection. The price is right, the bar is right, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful and somewhat more rare bar. And look at the pore lines on that. That's not artificially made by jiggling the graphite mold, creating ripples, as I put air quotes in the air. Anyway, that is just a beautiful, authentic bar. That is, I hope somebody picks that up. I don't think that is a bad price at all. Put that in your vintage bar collection. And click my links here. I would appreciate it if you click the eBay links. That's how I keep the website going. And that's the way I don't take any money from the other big dealers. So let's keep going here. You like the rounds, and making the rounds on the rounds, 32.69, about 31.69 out the door. If you click that link, about 20 is going to be 33, about 32 out the door. A little more expensive than yesterday, huh? How about the Cowboys? Are they still giving them away? They're going to be 34, about 33 out the door. It's a great flippable coin right there. I think that might be number one. Ah, man, I can't recall if that's number one or number two. Extra $10 off. So you could buy a mess of those if you're a flip-elector. I haven't bought any of those, actually. 100-ounce bar, and we're going to get to the gold here in a minute. If you're a gold man, 32.63, 31.63 out the door for 100-ounce bars. And 1 gram gold. Okay, how cheap? What in the heck is that, earrings? Whoa, 114. What the heck? That's going to be about 111 out the door with rebates. I do not like that. 1/10 ounce random gold. Let's get to something good. 343, about 333 out the door for sovereign gold. I think I saw that at the dealer as well. 1/10 gold eagle is, why do they have Cougarans in the eagle category? I don't know. Ooh, 350, about 340 out the door. Let's go to random quarter-ounce gold. Random quarter-ounce gold. Want to find you something good here, guys. You gold guys. And I can't fault a gold guy. I mean, they made a good choice. Silver goes up, silver goes down, but I still like my silver. All right, let's see. Oh, come on, give me a decent gold coin here. Jewelry, I would stay away from jewelry. Well, I don't know what that is. There's a polar bear. Oh, 810 from Round Eagle. Good seller, good feedback, free shipping in stock. And that is the polar bear. A little more than it was the other day. But 810, you're going to take $24 off. You're going to be at about $785. Something like that, $785 on a quarter-ounce piece of gold. Not a bad melt on that one right there. And I like the polar bear. I like the kangaroos better, though. Let's keep going here and get up to bigger gold. The bigger the gold, the bigger the savings usually on eBay with that 3% rebate credit card. You can get a maple for $1,691, and that does not look to be BU. Here's one that is BU, 1,691. I guess I should slow down and do the math. I don't know, like, I can't pay these prices. I just can't pay these prices for gold personally. Silver being screaming by, gold being, I think, overpriced. Times 0.97. That would be 1,640 out the door. Times 2, 1,640, 3280 melt, 1,640 compared to the half-ounce maple up here, 1,640 compared to 1,645. Oh, you only save $5 on that one. We're going to have to try harder. Let's keep going here. Get back to my gold. May have to go to a Gold Eagle. So Gold Eagle's next to go out of stock at the U.S. Mint? Yeah, probably. They're not making many. I showed you the mintage on that, how they've been dropping down to almost nothing. Here is 3143. That'll be out of stock from our friends at JM Bullion, which rhymes with... I'm not going to do it. Okay, let's do... Ooh, there's a proof burnished gold eagle. What do you got, Modern Coin Mart? You couldn't slab it and screw people out of money on the grading process. And you got some left, $32.79, and, you know, it's probably still okay. May not grade a 70. Anyway, $32.79, $31.79 out the door on a Type 2 burnished gold eagle, which I think is the uncirculated gold eagle on the U.S. Mint website. They have had this for sale before. I'm sure this will be absolutely beautiful. $31.79 out the... Well, let's do the real math, because you don't want me to mess this up. $32.79 times 0.97 with a good credit card. Now remember that Amex card caps out around $6,000, so you only get to buy a couple of these. The PayPal card is unlimited. That's why you want them both. You check out through PayPal. If that stops working for any reason, let me know, okay? All right, and out the door, $31.80 for a beautiful gold eagle in OGP. $31.80. And hold on, hold the phone, hold the door. $31.80 compared to a BU Gold Eagle of, oh, I did Walmart. I'm sorry. And that Walmart deal is a good deal as well. Um, 31.80 compared to 32.35. You're going to save 50 bucks. You're going to get a burnished gold eagle in OGP backdate. Hell yeah. Right there. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. There's the packaging. Look at that. Relieve them of that specimen that they couldn't slab and sell for higher prices. Okay? That is going to be beautiful. Somebody who's buying gold. It ain't me, guys. No, no, no. It ain't me, boys. Okay, and here we go. Oh, God, can we do good? Can we do that good on a buffalo? Well, not if you're not in the right place, Louie. Let's get back to gold buffaloes on eBay. And if you click these links, they'll sort from cheapest to most expensive, and hopefully it won't waste your time. 32.95, who dat? That is big seller, good feedback. Only one left. He sold 25 of these. These would be about 3,200 out the door. You can check the dealer price. You'll save 30, 40 bucks. If you want to get one, ooh, first strike. 33.25, moderate size seller, 100% feedback, $8 shipping. And if you buy gold eagles in the slab, maybe you're interested in that. Look at that, it's a 2016. I find absolutely no value in slabbed modern numismatics. But if you're running a set and you're trying to impress your friends and family, you could, oh, he will take a best offer. So offer him 3,200. Hopefully you get it out the door at 3,100, and then you will get what somebody else made a mistake paying for. Okay, that's my opinion on that. You may disagree. I told you about the Tudor Dragon yesterday. I like that 1 ounce Tudor Dragon, and the price was right. And let's get up to the 1 ounce. Where'd it go? A unicorn? No. Dragon? Yes. I like this Tudor Dragon. 32.79 puts you at about 31.79 out the door, and spot price is currently on gold crazy 31.20. You'd be $50 over spot on that stack electable Dragon Tudor Beast coin. Okay, I just like it. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's see. $5 commemorative as cheap as $7.75 minus about 20 bucks. Let's keep moving here and let's see what else is up. Here's some stuff in my eBay store. One of my friends relieved me of those charioteer Britannias yesterday. They are Gonzville, man, but I still got bars. If you're looking for a bar, let me know. If you're a channel member and you want to pick up a bar at $2.50 over spot, then let me know. I'd be happy to do that for you. I love pouring these bars, and I currently have 4 bars in stock you can pick up, and other things that anyone can ask me for a friend discount. I would love to help you out there if you're looking for a good deal. Okay, moving on. And precious metals verifier, you know you need one. There's a vacuum sealer, you know you need one. There's the Devil Forge, good luck turbo stacking. I'm pouring that. I would not be pouring 6 ounces of silver out of a Devil Forge, guy. You're going to need a torch and crucible for that. I thought you were melting big bars. It's too unwieldy. The crucible is too heavy. But we'll see what you do. Show us the video. Here's that Amex card. Absolute Bombsville, man. 3% cash back. You get $200 cash back after you spend a couple grand. You can use it at the grocery store, Amazon, etc. It's gonna cap out though at 6,000 bucks. That's why you need the PayPal credit card. Everybody can get one of these, and the better your credit, the higher your limit, and you'll get 3% cash back anytime you check out through PayPal. Not if you don't check out through PayPal. If you just use that credit card at Walmart or somewhere, you're only going to get like 1%. So it's a PayPal checkout device, and use that on eBay and get those good deals I'm talking about. Capital One Quick Silver Card, great card. I have one. I love it. All right, and the previous picks of the day. This was back in stock this morning. I put the link in the chat room. May have been over at Hero, but if you're stalking the Square Completer coin, I told you they'd come back. They came back. Silver a little pricier today than a couple days ago, but they're starting to break even on those, so they're releasing them again. Okay, and other stuff in former picks of the day. The three coin shops I recommend on YouTube. We've got Debbie Downer, we've got My Not Coin and Bullion, and we've got Coin Huskers. Check them all out. They are going to give you some great deals and have some pretty good buy prices as well. You can support my work at bolden.com by taking a membership there. They're a sponsor of this channel, so I don't have to say SD Bullion is great. Go shop there. That's the last thing I would ever say. I would relieve them of their specials when they have a good special, but they are not a low price seller. But not as bad as AppMex or JM Bullion. Okay, so you could do worse. But anyway, Bolden.com is a sponsor of this website. It is financial planning software. It will give you the tools you need to plan your money all the way into retirement and beyond. And I highly suggest you try that 2-day free trial. What is it, a 10-day free trial? 30-day? I don't know. It's like a 10-day free trial. You're going to love that software if you have any assets at all that you want to manage. Thank you for the cups of coffee. You guys are the bomb. I really appreciate the cups of coffee, and they help me out. By the way, on coffee, you better get down and pick up your coffee now before prices increase. Just dawned on me the other day, why haven't I bought, 5 pounds of coffee? Those tariffs are going to hit coffee. Thank you. Channel members. And going back through the channel members, I love shouting you guys out. We've got Caleb Liebold, Base Metal Jackal, Clayton Hoskinson, Ken Work, A.G. Silverstan, Lawrence Jackter, Chris St. Germain, AGG, AJGNKC, April Christensen, Brent Gobin. It doesn't let me just scroll here for some reason, so I can't get through all of them, but thank you so much for being channel members and supporting my channel. If there's anything I can ever do for you, email me at losinglouis@yahoo.com. I'd be happy to help, and thanks again, guys, for supporting my work here. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and good luck today in the markets. I don't know whether to spin or go blind. So we'll have to see what happens today. Oh, silver up 1.5%. Now, I think that is futures market, not spot market. So we got divergences all over the place. Some people are reshorting, the stock market here. Other people are just buying gold. The 10-year, I think, is going to drop further. And I think the Fed's going to go dovish here pretty quick. But they've got cover to do so now. Anyway, I can't tell you which way this market's going to move. It is just, whoa, Wild West. But just hold your metals close, so you're going to be happy with those. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Thumbs up if you don't mind. Share if you have a friend that wants to get a good deal on something. And anyway, see you tomorrow. Thanks.